are flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers, and if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Don't allow uninvited guests to take over your home. Trust Bats to Rats for a peaceful and rodent-free living space.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest, quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
Summertime is in full swing, and it's time to get to work on outdoor projects. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams, from treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and TimberTech composite decking. They offer advice from real deck professionals to give you proper guidance to make your project go smoothly. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671. Go online at deckcityne.com or visit their new location just north of 33rd and Cornhusker Highway. Deck City, your local deck experts.
When you think of places with tons of great beer selections and amazing food menu in Omaha, the conversation should start and end with Bärschen Beer Garden in Benson. With more than 30 beers on tap, including several German options, you're sure to find something you like. And don't forget their Nashville hot chicken sandwich or any of their delicious hamburgers. Start off with the warm house-made pretzels and you're on to a great day at Bärschen Beer Garden in the heart of Benson in Omaha.
Junior Achievement of Lincoln inspires and prepares young people for success. Learn more about the people involved in the organization and the success stories over the years each Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. for the Junior Achievement Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Hot tub season is here, and to celebrate, Volleyball Pool and Spa is having a Labor Day sale so good that they're offering it for the whole week. Purchase a new High Life Collection or Limelight Collection spa and receive a free step and cover lifter from now until September 11th. Stock will go fast, so hurry in and claim your new spa today. It's the Labor Day sale from September 1st through the 11th at Bonsall Pool and Spa at 33rd and Highway 2 or at bonsallpool.com.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Load up on meat and more this summer at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Howard. This week's specials through September 5th are $2 off 8-ounce grass-finished sirloins. And don't forget to check out their Friday feast this week and every week. Plus, big news. They have 2 new locations now open at 30th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln and 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show, powered by Sunbelt Rentals. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group of BHHS Ambassador, Select Plumbing, Jimmy John's, Lincoln Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits, Fleet Beef, Yours Cheese Spread on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The Southern Pecan Cake from Beatrice Bakery. They don't just let you call anything Southern, especially when it's baked right here in Nebraska. There are standards you have to meet, like a rich, decadent, moist caramel cake? Check. Bursting with too many large pecans to count? Check. Big enough to share with the whole group? Check. But delicious enough that you won't want to share? A big check on that one. The Southern Pecan Cake, the newest cake to the Beatrice Bakery lineup. Try it for yourself at Beatrice Bakery. Online at BeatriceBakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
This is 93.7 The Ticket.
Look at Detroit. Look at Detroit. And the captain.
Three-time national champion Vershawn Jackson.
Touchdown. Vershawn Jackson, number 34, gets the touchdown. Terrell Farley, defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror. Number 43.
And Jake Bakovic.
I've talked to a few cats. They said that Bach got some game, man.
Coming at you live from the Coppel Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer. Here he is, Vershawn Jackson.
Yeah. Yes. We having a little technical difficulties right now, but just give us 1 second and we'll be right here to get it on. We ready, Bob?
I think we're ready. A little bit of trouble here in the. There we go.
No trouble here in the captain. Get Terrell's face in there. Terrell's face now all the way in there. I want it in there. There you go. Hey, buddy. What's going on, man? What's going on, man? We don't got Meltdown Monday today. We got Tough Talk Tuesday today. It's going to be a tough talk today, ladies and gentlemen. Get on in here. Get on in here. It's going to be a tough talk, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, we got all types of things to talk about. We got the Minnesota recap to talk about. We've got what?
Bump Minnesota. Let's go straight to it.
No. The people want to hear about Minnesota. They don't. They and then we'll go on. And maybe they don't. Maybe they don't. But I think we should at least talk about some aspects of the game, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
Why so quiet, guys? Guys, first of all, I tell you what. Let's not even start off with that. Let's start off with something a little bit not as controversial. Let's do our games. Where are we at?
Oh, you don't want to know that, buddy. Let me put this in the camera for y'all to show you what a guy can do.
That's Terrell there, 9-1 this past week.
9-1.
Okay. Well, congratulations. That means absolutely nothing in the grand scheme of things. When you
7-3.
What's the record, Bob?
What's your mouth?
Overall, then you'll have Terrell had a bad week. He only got 3 wins last week, so he's up to 12. Vershawn, with yours, you're up to 13. So you still have the lead on the season. Vershawn.
Oh yeah, he's done. He's done.
Shut up, Terrell. Shut up.
He's chop suey.
You got lucky, and you still not winning. And you talk like you're winning. That's the problem,
dude.
A guy that can be you can't be losing the game running your mouth. You can't be walking around all cocky like you the guy's greatest gift to football or whatever, and you're losing. You can't do it.
You know what? You're up by 1 game, buddy. That's it for you. That's it. You're out of here.
You failed to mention yourself.
Yeah, I'm not doing great. I had 6 wins this week, so that puts me up to 11. So I'm behind both of you.
13, 12, 11.
I'm still the defending champ, so I'm not too worried.
Yeah, tell them, Bob.
I got some time.
Long season, man. Anything can happen.
That's right.
TCU could get upset. TCU could get upset by Colorado. You never know.
That's right.
Yeah, TCU will never hit my my game picks again. They're done for the season.
Both of y'all
Tony missed.
Both of y'all took TCU. By the way.
Oh yeah.
I took Duke.
Yeah.
We ain't talking about credit for we're not talking about Duke, Buster.
I took Florida State.
We ain't talking about Florida State.
Hey,
we're talking about
heat you got on you early this morning. It doesn't look good on you, okay?
I got my black shirt hat on, man. I got my Nebraska rules shirt on, man. Ain't no hate. I'm hoping that we can pull off a miracle. I'm hoping that we could go and shock Colorado the same way that Colorado shocked TCU in the world. Could you imagine us beating Colorado? You know what that looks like? You know what that does for us? The real thing is, how do you beat Colorado? How do you beat Colorado? I tell you how you beat them. But you go ahead. How do you beat
them? First of all, you got to get pressure on the quarterback. You're not going to do it with a 3-man rush. He's going to sit back there and pick you apart. They got a lot of weapons, man. They air it out. They go 5 receivers. They go no back. It's gonna be a tough one for Nebraska defense. But on offense, their defense is not that great. I mean, you can rush on them. I don't know about passing on them. They got some veterans back there in the DBs. Their DBs are their strong point. I think their weak point is the defensive line. But if we rush, if we could play ball control on them the way that the old Nebraska used to do, I'm talking about probably 20. Just don't give Colorado the ball. Give them and just punish them and rush on them.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, Nebraska's gonna. They're gonna have to win the time of possession battle without a doubt, and Jeff Sims is gonna have to run the ball a lot. I know we talk about how that's an unsustainable game plan. I disagree. I think Nebraska. That's what it has to be. Nebraska doesn't, and loosen weapons by the day now that IGC is out for the season. Nebraska's going to have the quarterback run. And whether that means Jeff Sims is going to be able to take that hit, all those hits throughout the year, or you're going to have to facilitate Harburg and Purdy in there. That's Nebraska. It's just limited. That's what they're going to have to do.
You better find a way to run the ball at these guys. I mean, look at what happened against Minnesota, man. I mean, I get it. But if you look at the rushing yards against Minnesota, we had 181 yards. Normally, you don't lose a game with all those yards, but when you put the ball up, even though we only put the ball up a few times, right? What was he? 11 for 19. 3 of those were picks. Yeah. So of 11 completion of the 19 passes you threw, you had 14 completions, 3 of them picks to the other team. So you can't go into this Colorado game thinking that you can do that. I would love to see us put Jeff Sims in old school offenses, meaning we got to find a way to get our tight ends involved. How do you do that? Bootlegs, two-delay flats. Come on, man. Dust off the playbook. Look, this is my Nebraska playbook. You're going to have to dust this thing off. I'm going to give you one play. Everything else you got to buy. 39 sprint option. Or no, this is 11 base. Okay? It gives you against every set that you're going to go against. Okay? So what does that mean? What does that mean? Because you can't be up there staring down receivers. So you got to put yourself in a position to win. Well, if we're running the option and we really thought that we had 2 fullbacks who only saw about 10, 11 plays, we never ran the ball with the fullback. You want to pop a big one against Colorado? Run the doggone track. Run the doggone dive with the doggone fullback. You got Bonner there. Let him touch the ball. I don't mind Jeff Sims running the ball. But you better get your running backs involved in this game, or it's going to be a track meet. If you go out and you don't run, look, this is against Eagle. This is against Eagle. What's that? Eagle Strong. This is against a 4x4. This is against a 4-4 defense. This is against a double Eagle. This is against an over defense. This is against a Husker defense. This is against a Husker shade. This is against an even C. This is against a 50 front defense. This is against an Eagle Tiger defense. This is against a 50 slant defense. This is against an Eagle Will bind defense. Come on, man. The rules of engagement are right here. Let's see what the tight end needs to do on 11 base option. This is what the rules say on page 21 of the playbook that I haven't seen in 30 years, 25 to be exact, maybe a little longer. Because this is the second playbook I found. But check the game out. See, I think sometimes when we get all computerized, phoneized, all of this electronics, we forget that football is about the mind. You got to know what you're doing. You got to know as a quarterback what everybody is doing. So all of these people that's on this sheet, the quarterback needs to know where they're going. Now, let's just see what the tight end's rule is on 11 base option. Work with the right tackle if he gives a combo call. You know what that means, Bob? You're going to combo
Work
me
with the right tackle. Combo.
Yeah, you know what that two combo means?
I'm sure it's a combo block, but I
Right,
don't know exactly.
Up to who though? Who are we blocking up to? Mike Backer.
On an option,
yeah,
on
an option, me and him are gonna combo up to the Mike Backer. That's what it is. Okay. If he doesn't call a two combo call, then I gotta lock on to my guy in 11 base option. Okay, that makes sense. Listen, I got a bunch of them. I got a whole playbook full of offensive schemes and plays that I think would help us. You know what you run off of 11 base option? 11 option pass, wing back, flag, protect. So if you want, I can go into my playbook and I can find the 11 option pass and I can show what you do on 11 option pass. It looks almost exactly like 11 option. So what does that do? That's a play action. Boom. They think it's 11 option. No, he pulls it, steps back. Guess what? I like to say this. Gannon steps back. Guess what? You got people running wide open. And so I want to recap Minnesota. I really do. I don't want to go to Colorado because we got a lot of to talk about Colorado. And I don't know, Black Shirt, give me your thoughts on the Minnesota game.
I don't know. I want to talk about this caveman stuff you showing on the screen. That 30-year football playing.
I don't want to hear you. I don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear your mouth right now. I'm asking a question. It's the captain show right now. Give me a Minnesota recap, sir.
Well, I'm done with Minnesota. It's Tuesday, so I'm on to the next game.
All right, cool. Bach, give me a Minnesota recap.
Well, obviously, it's the only thing that we have to work moving forward for the Colorado game, so it very much kind of plays into it. So, I mean, ultimately, Nebraska, I think you feel good about the defensive performance, and very much concerned about the offense, particularly the quarterback. We talked about it: 19 passes, 3 interceptions, staring down receivers. Again, my big takeaway from that, which I don't know how many people would agree or disagree with this, but from what I saw, and hopefully this changes, but I don't know if there's a whole lot of separation in the quarterback room. I mean, we think Jeff Sims was brought in to be that guy. We all were worried all year, offseason, if he gets hurt, is he going to be ready? Has he developed enough? Is Harburg, going to get to that point? But from what we saw, in the opening game, and it's just one game, and hopefully we can see it get a lot better. I don't have this big fear of Sims going down, and that's kind of what I was alluding to earlier. Based on what we saw, you can run that offense with Purdy. I mean, you can get the same results, but you're obviously going to be looking for better. You don't want to have those 3 interceptions, but I mean, Nebraska is going to be limited. That's what I come out of that game is they're going to be limited to what they can do offensively. This was kind of a problem a few years ago with Adrian Martinez, where they couldn't run the ball up the middle and they couldn't pass the ball deep. Well, that doesn't give you, as an offensive coordinator, if you don't have, if you don't have a whole lot of different things you can throw at a defense, then you can't get too creative. Nebraska run a few gadget plays that helped them, with the Harburg call, with the only touchdown they got to the end zone. It's a long way for that offense to go. All that being said, Nebraska was in a game with a 9-win team last year, should have won. Same old story. I know we all kind of understand that. And should have won several times. Any of those plays down the stretch could have done it. ultimately, I think that's going to hurt Nebraska as far as, that's one of those games for both teams, I think, is whether you make it to a bowl game or not, is whether you can win those games. But it's a long season. Nebraska's got a long way to go. This Colorado game looks like a big obstacle now for Nebraska to get over. But again, never judge a tenure, never judge a team based on one game, much less than week one.
Yeah, I just to put Minnesota to bed, because I want to give out. I think every game we got to give out some game balls. Offense, defense, special teams, just to make sure that even though you lose, you still got players that played exceptionally, right? And so I do want to throw some game balls out. I think when you looked at the offensive side of the ball, even though this guy didn't play the second half, I thought that Washington was the best spark we had on Nebraska's team offensively. I feel for Gabe Ervin because I thought he should have got more carries. I think Anthony Grant's got to get the fumbling deal, and I don't think in that situation Anthony Grant probably should have been in the game in that situation. If he's the third guy and he's a fumbler, I don't know if he should get in the game. And even though Gabe Ervin and Ramir Johnson got the bulk of the load, Anthony Grant got the bulk of the carries. And so to me, when you got a running back to like a Gabe Ervin, and just like when he broke that tackle, you got to give him an opportunity. The more opportunities you give him to touch the ball, most running backs get better as they touch the ball. Like I said before, they start to get the feel of the game. They start to see, how is this defender, this defensive end? Is he slanting? Is he slashing? Is he coming up the field? You just start to feel things in the game. Did you guys have an offensive guy you wanted to maybe look at giving a game ball to?
Well, I think Alex Bullock. I thought he ran some crisp routes. He was kind of open, maybe more so than some of the other guys. Obviously, got the one touchdown where he's wide open again on that gimmick play. But I think he, other than the guys you mentioned, I think that he deserves a mention for his first game as a scholarship player. Played pretty well.
Sure.
No game balls. No game balls. It's a lot of room to improve, both on offense and defense. Till I see a change, we just making ourselves a one-dimensional team right now. That's with a running quarterback. Now you face a team that's probably defense that is not better than Minnesota's defense, that I can say, if we rush it right. But I don't. I'm just not to the point where I want to give out game balls that game.
That's fair. Defensively, Bob, anybody you wanted to point out defensively?
Well, I mentioned this one when we called in on Friday. When I called in on Friday, was I thought Malcolm Hartzog played a heck of a game. I know he's the guy that gave up the touchdown, and so a lot of criticism there. And he shouldn't have given up the outside, considering the inside he helped. Jay Foreman's done a great job of breaking that down. But overall, in totality in the game, I thought he looked more physical than he did last year. And so, I hope, cornerbacks can sometimes get in their heads, and I hope that doesn't get the case here, because I mean, he's got a bright future.
So Terrell, you telling me that you think Minnesota's defense is better than Colorado?
Yeah.
I don't think so, buddy.
I don't think Colorado defense is that good.
I'm not saying that they're not that good, but I said in comparison to Minnesota's defense, I think Colorado's defense might, and maybe they're not better. They haven't shown it.
Not a big group. Not a big defensive line like you want. I think I think you can rush on them. I've seen some great runs from TCU, some that should have went to the house. But it's that question mark right there that I have, that they defensive line is not what it's supposed to be.
Well, I mean I agree with you, but I'm not necessarily saying that you got to be big. You got to be. I think you have to be aggressive and know what you're doing. And so I don't know if I'm going to buy that this Colorado defense is suspect like that Minnesota defense, because I'm telling you, we could have ran through Minnesota if we just made an effort to run the ball.
Well,
I don't believe we made an effort.
as history has proven, the Big 12 and the Pac-10 the weakest defenses in college football. So I'm gonna rest my case until Saturday.
Well, we got a lot more to talk about. It's the captain. We're powered
By
Bauer.
infrastructure.
Bowler.
Underground.
Brand.
Excavating.
We'll be right back. It's the Captain Show.
The Southern Pecan Cake at Beatrice Bakery. They don't just let you call anything Southern, especially when it's baked right here in Nebraska. There are standards you have to meet, like a rich, decadent, moist caramel cake? Check. Bursting with too many large pecans to count? Check. Big enough to share with the whole group? Check. But delicious enough that you won't want to share? A big check on that one. The Southern Pecan Cake, the newest cake to the Beatrice Bakery lineup. Try it for yourself at Beatrice Bakery. Online at beatricebakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
When you think of places with tons of great beer selections and amazing food menu in Omaha, the conversation should start and end with Bearschen Beer Garden in Benson. With more than 30 beers on tap, including several German options, you're sure to find something you like. And don't forget their Nashville hot chicken sandwich or any of their delicious hamburgers. Start off with the warm house-made pretzels and you're on to a great day at Bearschen Beer Garden in the heart of Benson in Omaha.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, and they've scouted out the best Kawasaki side-by-side deals for you. Score up to $2,500 off the 2023 Kawasaki Terex and up to $1,000 off Mule Pro FX and FXCs. Whether you want to handle the toughest task in a trusted, tried and true mule or looking to dominate adventure in a Terex, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered with a large selection of Kawasaki side-by-sides in stock at their new 27th and I-80 location. Hurry in, the clock is running down. Offer valid through 9/30/2023. Subject to change without notice. Offer available on approved purchases of select new unregistered Kawasaki vehicles. Model and year exclusions apply. Cannot be combined with promotional retail financing rates.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show. Sponsored by Tanner's Bar and Grill, Vinny Kreekak, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Summertime is in full swing, and it's time to get to work on outdoor projects. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams. From treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and TimberTech composite decking. They offer advice from real deck professionals to give you proper guidance to make your project go smoothly. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671. Go online at deckcityne.com or visit their new location just north of 33rd and Cornhusker Highway. Deck City, your local deck experts.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
Summer is winding down, but there's no reason to put your golf clubs away. Double Eagle Golf makes golf leagues and events possible year-round. Sign up today for 9-hole leagues this fall, any day from Monday to Friday, starting on September 25th. Check out their deals on monthly memberships and schedule your Husker watch parties, birthday or bachelor parties, corporate and team outings, or just a good old Saturday with the boys. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street. Call today at 402-742-0140.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today will sunshine and breezy conditions. Temperatures a little cooler today. We'll see the high of around 89. Tonight, mainly clear skies and breezy, low of around 59. And tomorrow, more sunshine with some areas of smoking and haze. Cooler temperatures too, with a high of around 82. Meteorologist Kyle Cook for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
With Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to The Ticket, 93.7. Got something for you, Captain.
What you got? What you got?
What's up, boss? You believe that? Oh no. Do you believe that? Huh? Oh, no. I read through that bull junk you wrote down. I read through that. I sifted through all that. Oh no. Come on. Do you believe? You don't believe. You just answered it. You don't believe. Next question.
So I asked you and Bob, do y'all believe now? Do you believe?
Nah, I don't believe.
You don't believe. All right, go.
First of all, I'll give you the reason why I don't believe. There's no way TCU supposed to have been ranked the number 17 team in the team, coming back with 3 starters on defense and how many on offense?
7, I believe. It's
7. So that's 10 starters, way below the average of starters to return for any team. I think they were softened on defense. The quarterback wasn't on his par game. Their running back was decent. He was great. He had a good game. But like I said, their defense, 500 yards passing. That's the only thing I'm going to say.
They were 21-point dogs.
Yeah.
And they found a way to win. I don't really care about – I don't care if it's a shootout or not. They found a way to win game. And that game went all the way to the wire. They could have went either way. But they found a way to pull off the unthinkable when everybody on every newscast, too many people said Deion was going to beat TCU. So now he's beating TCU, and now we got Nebraska staring at. We are on our way to Colorado, whether we like it or not. My first question is: do you think the atmosphere will have a play in how we perform?
Yeah, it's going to be a circus there. Not telling who's going to dominate the attendance, more Colorado and Nebraska, because we don't know that yet. that probably won't be determined till game time. So
Tickets are $1,000, buddy.
Yeah,
It's
well,
been sold out. It's been sold out for a month.
Yeah. I should have got the 225 tickets when I had the chance. So
That's right.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, I
Go
think
ahead.
it was interesting. Matt Rule said that the Minnesota crowd kind of played a little bit. I wouldn't say played a factor, but they did a good job. I mean, Colorado's going to be wild, and yeah, there will be Nebraska fans there, but that's going to kind of add to the tension. I mean, the rivalry is back. I mean, and it's on the spotlight for this week, and I can't wait for that. I just hope Nebraska puts up a good showing because this is a huge game. Nebraska obviously had the nation's attention playing in a primetime, opening up the season. So a lot of people watched the beginning of the Matt Rule era, but they're going to lose it pretty quickly if they lose this game. If Nebraska starts 0-2, just kind of the viewing. I mean, I'm sure like the Michigan game will draw eyes or whatnot, but it's going to have to be very dependent on the opponent. If Nebraska beats Colorado, all of a sudden people are going to be tuned into how good is Nebraska? What does this mean for Colorado moving forward? So, this is a big game for Nebraska as far as just keeping the nation's attention. And it's great. I mean, we've already seen it all week. These shows are going to be talking about it. Now, the mentions are going to be more so about Deion, but if Nebraska can get the win, they're kind of the bad guy this week because the nation in general is going to be cheering for Colorado.
I would be preaching that. Like, to me, let's go up and play a clean game, but we're gonna play spoiler right now. I'm telling my guys, we getting ready to spoil Deion's home opener right now. When Deion says you got to believe, he got them boys believing. They ain't the biggest bunch up front, but they did enough to win the game. So if you hold a team to 55 yards and lose the game, did it really matter that you held them to 55 yards rushing? If you give up 280 something yards rushing and another 200 and something yards passing, but you win the game, does it matter that you gave up that many yards?
I think
does that have a bearing on anything?
At the end of the day, it'll be exposed to the right team.
It'll catch up to you if that's how you're playing.
Because you're not gonna play 42-45 every game.
No, well, styles make games, man.
Well, it's going to be some tough teams out there with a tougher defense than TCU. So, the thing about this is that, I think Nebraska really has a chance at this game. It's just the way we have to play it, though. They got to play smart. Huh?
How do we beat them, Terrell? How do we beat them?
Ooh, boy. You probably want to start off with probably putting 8 DBs in the game, but no.
See, I believe the exact opposite. I think you get pressure. I think you if they come out in that 5 wide set, I'm sending 6. I'm gonna hit Shedeur Sanders every chance I get. I'm sending 6. I'm sending 7. Listen, we know they're big play, but you gotta hit the snake in the head to kill him. Shedeur Sanders is why that team goes. You better hit him early and often.
But that's not my concern point right there. He's a concern because he's the quarterback. But
he just threw for 500 yards.
Yeah, he's not my main concern for Nebraska. My main concern for Nebraska would be the back coming out the backfield catching the ball. So that guy's fast. He's probably gonna be 2-3 steps in front of our linebacker because we're not that fast at linebacker. So this guy is one of those guys that you really gotta get on him as soon as the ball hike. I'm talking about run to him on the go. Because I seen this guy and I seen what he did, and he's a great little running back. So he's the main concern for me. Stopping him coming out the backfield, sneaking out the backfield, going up on a wheel route, just even in the flats, he's dangerous for us.
Yeah, I believe that too, but somebody's got to throw it to him. It's not like he killed us from a running perspective, and guys like that. I don't know, Terrell. You're a black shirt. If I was the head coach and I was talking to my defensive coordinator, I would probably say a guy like that, you want to have somebody hit him before he gets started, knock him off his course because he's coming out of the backfield.
Well, he's going to be a shotgun. It's going to be really, really hard to get a hand on him if you blitz him because he's going to go straight out in the flats.
You got to have somebody that will cover that guy, and you still got to have somebody that will hit Shador in the mouth. You have got to get the ball out of his hand fast. I'm telling you. He did not like – it's one thing I'll tell you about old Primetime Jr. He did not like getting hit. He did not like it. Now, he got up, but he didn't like it is what I said. So you win by hitting these dudes in the mouth. Shador Sander being the first one. Like if I'm going up against what's his name, Travis Hunter, and I'm a corner, and he catches the ball, I'm trying to ensure that he never takes another snap on defense, because I'm going to crunch time him. I'm gonna make him wish he never played offense. You gotta, and I'm not saying hurt him. I said hit him. It's a difference. If you happen to hurt him, that's a part of the game. But you gotta hit him first, and you better run the ball effectively. Please, you called my offensive plays. You called them what, Terrell?
Stone Age.
Why is that?
Because it haven't been ran in over 30 years. So
hey, if I ever, if somehow, some way, Southeast Community College get a football team and I'm able to ever coach again, I promise you, we will be running the old offense of Nebraska, and we will win championships moving forward. Because it's a way of life. It's a way of doing things. It's a scheme. Here's a 46 ISO. You see this ISO? It's against all types of different defenses. It's an ISO. Oh, onside tight end. What do? Aim at the inside knee and lock on. Left tackle. Lock on. 8 call. If guard gives you a 7 call. And someone's in your rule. Out call if 2 men outside LOS. 8 double versus stack outside with a 7 technique. Left guard. Aim at the crouch if covered. Lock on. Call if a man in both seams. Double team versus 50. 7 combo if left tackle uncovered and no 8 double or out call. Center. Backside linebacker versus even stack. 6 combo call versus eagle backside. Give a right call when going to the backside linebacker. Call 4 combo if you have if the left guard is covered. Right guard. Lock on if covered. Center may call a 4 combo. Right tackle. Lock on. Tight end. Offside. Go through inside half and go get the safety. You can't learn this by a computer. This is you. Listen, you had to know this, or you wasn't playing for Nebraska. If you didn't know this, what to do against 8, 9, 10 different defenses that you may see on the fly, you were not playing for the University of Nebraska, buddy. It wasn't happening. And you can call this Stone Age all you want to. All I say is this. If it's so Stone Age, why don't we try it one time and see if we can't bring the prehistoric things back to life?
Probably because you got offensive coordinators who's around 28, 30 years old now. So they're more, what you say, Buck? They're more upbeat or up-tempo offenses, more like the who's the coordinator for Ohio State?
Now you put me on the spot here.
Well, no, we'll say the only team probably going to run that now is Army. So they're probably running that.
You can't run 5 wides if you ain't got 3 ballers that can get open, that can make plays on the ball. The plays that Travis Hunter made in the game against TCU, it wasn't like the ball was perfectly thrown. The boy made a play on the ball. The interception that he had, play on the ball.
How many receivers had over 100 yards, Bob?
3 receivers and a running back, so 4 total.
Four total people got over 100 yards receiver.
Yeah.
Nebraska got some work to do.
Yeah, because you know what that means?
Yeah,
It means that it means that Shador Sander takes what the defense gives him.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the box scores, a lot of people that touch that ball, buddy.
Yeah.
Well, you better be ready. We've had an extra couple of days to get ready for him, especially now that we saw him on tape. Me personally, I think you better pull a page out of Coach Osborne's book. And I ain't talking about, of all the plays to pull out of Coach Osborne's book, it was the throwback. I don't even remember throwing and running that play but one time. I don't remember running that play like that during my time. So all the ISOs, huh?
Said it sure wasn't executed perfectly.
I'm just saying it worked. I appreciate it working. But at the end of the day, that is not going to get it done against Colorado. It won't be any gimmick plays. It's going to be early, and we better be ready to go. I'm telling you, it's going to be the most hostile environment that any of these coaches have played on. You got to think about this. Which one of these coaches have played in a rivalry like this?
Deion, Jackson State and Southern.
I ain't talking about Deion. I'm talking about our coaches.
Ron Brown.
There you go.
One. You better get this thing figured out because I'm telling you, Colorado's not the place to be trying to figure out your offense and defense and special teams on the fly. Have it ready to go, and you better have a game plan. And I don't think going against their strength, which is their defensive backs and lining up in 5 wides, is the thing that we want to do. But what do I know? I'm just a commentator. Start the break, Bob.
You're listening to the captain here on 93.7 The Ticket with the 3-time national champ Rashawn Jackson, the All-American and national champ himself, Terrell Farley, and myself, Bach. We'll be back after this.
There's a buzz in the air at Kansas. Maybe it's the roar of fans here at the track or the anticipation of the playoffs as drivers fight move championship goals alive. Maybe it's the pulse of the heartland, the thrill of speed, or the sounds of grills sizzling in the campgrounds. Whatever it is, it will be one memorable weekend. NASCAR playoffs weekend at Kansas Speedway. Tickets today at Speedway.com.
Load up on meat and more this summer at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Happy. This week's specials through September 5th are $2 off 8-ounce grass-finished sirloins. And don't forget to check out their Friday feast this week and every week. Plus, big news, they have 2 new locations now open at 30th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln and 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
The Southern Pecan Cake from Beatrice Bakery. They don't just let you call anything Southern, especially when it's baked right here in Nebraska. There are standards you have to meet, like a rich, decadent, moist caramel cake? Check. Bursting with too many large pecans to count? Check. Big enough to share with the whole group? Check. But delicious enough that you won't want to share? A big check on the Southern Pecan Cake. Cake to the Beatrice Bakery lineup. Try it for yourself at Beatrice Bakery. Online at BeatriceBakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum. Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Don't allow uninvited guests to take over your home. Trust Bats to Rats for a peaceful and rodent-free living space.
If you want all the latest technologies from those big banks, but you also want that hometown feel when you walk in the front doors, choose Midwest Bank. They have top-notch technology. They make banking so easy, and they also have the friendliest staff who will take their time to get to know you and treat you like family. You get the best of both worlds when you choose Midwest Bank. I live on the go, and now I can bank on the go. With Midwest Bank, I have everything I need at my fingertips. I'm ball player Allie Batenhorst, and at Midwest Bank, you'll love banking here.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Hey, it's Sean Callahan, and football season is here, and there is one place that has all the games, plus great food and beer specials. Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill. Whether it's Thursday night football, college football Saturdays, NFL Sundays, or Monday night football, there's a great view of the game from any seat with different food and drink specials every night. Try the Blue Ribbon Reuben sandwich or the prime rib French dip or any of their famous chicken wings. That's Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports is quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top shelf liquor to crowd favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program, earn rewards, and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today will see lots of conditions. Temperatures a little cooler. They will see a high of around 89. Tonight, clear skies and breezy, lows around 59. And tomorrow, more sunshine with some areas of smoky and hazy. Cool temperatures too, with a high of around 82. Meteorologist Kyle Puck for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electrics department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran, minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show. Sponsored by Tanner's Bar and Grill. Vinny Creek, Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Back with Rashawn Jackson, powered by Bauer on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
I deflect a lot of things, but I'm human. So I feel some things, and I'm a natural giver. I'm a natural giver. I give. And every once in a while, you know, I have one of those empty moments that I got to reflect on. And these coaches are so good. Rick, George, for giving me the opportunity, and just what we accomplished out there today. Ain't none of y'all believe that. Maybe a couple of y'all that knew me and know how I get down. They know I'm a winner. We're going to end up winning. Ain't none of y'all thought you was going to be sitting up here. You supposed to be on the other side, you know, interviewing that or coming asking me, well, what happened? You said this and you said that. Yeah? Now what? Now what? Everybody quiet now. Now what?
Now what? You better pack a lunch. Let me ask y'all a question. I know everybody says that we were offensive option team, right? This is in 1995. How many percent of the times did we use options? You think? So I'll just give you all of them. I'll give you all the categories first. You got options. Hold on. You got options, outside runs, inside runs, passes, reverses, scrambles. So, what do you think we use the most?
Depends how much success you have at it early. So
I'm asking you in 1995 because everybody says we're an option team. So I'm asking you, what do you think?
Give me the thing again now.
Okay, so these are the type of plays we had. Offensive breakdown plays. These are all of them. You had options, outside runs, inside runs, passes, reverses, and scrambles.
Inside run.
35% of the time. What do you think is number 2?
Option.
Passes. 26% of the time. What do you think is 3?
Outside run.
Option now. Then outside run. Then scrambles, which was only 3%, which I find ironic. And then reverses, and that was only 1% of the time that we ran a reverse. Okay. Why am I saying all this stuff? Because on the contrary of popular belief, we were more than just an option football team. Option was a part of our arsenal, but it wasn't who we were. We were inside run, hit you in the mouth, play action pass, people running wide open type team. Why? Because most of our quarterbacks, you tell me who's been the best drop back quarterback in this era for the University of Nebraska. In the last 100 years, who?
Drop back?
Drop back.
Go ahead, Bob. Take a stab at it.
What was the question again?
You come on, Whipple. Don't start this. Here's a question. Here's a question. I said in the last 100 years, who is the best drop back passer in Nebraska history?
Oh. I don't know. Turner Gill, Steve Taylor. Steve Taylor.
Turner Gill. Steve Taylor. Come on, man. You know Steve Taylor got what's the name rocked. He got his whole career rocked. I said drop back passer. I didn't say now Steve was good, but I'm saying you got Vince Ferragamo. You got what was the quarterback? What was the quarterback in the 70s, 71? What was his name? Come on, help me. Q-Top Rock. He's a lawyer now. Anyway, play quarterback. You guys ain't old school, so you wouldn't know. But I'm quite sure the text line knows. My point is this. You got to go a long way back to find the best drop back quarterback in the history of Nebraska football. Or you got to say it's who?
Somebody says David Hum.
David Hum is a good one, but somebody who's before David Hum? David Hum was the backup. Who was before David Hum? On the text line. Help us out there, Jerry Taggy. So you got to go all the way back to Jerry Taggy, David Hum. Some of these guys forgot Vince Ferragamo, I can't get his name. You got to go all the way back there to say who's the best drop back quarterback in Nebraska history. Is it Brick Berringer?
Joe Gans?
Joe Gans, that's a good. I mean, Joe Gans played for 1 year.
1.5.
Bruh, Joe Gans played for 1 year. Okay.
He played. That's what he did.
He played. I'm saying actually played and started and did his thing for a year. He balled out. But if that's your best drop back passer, then that means that we're not a drop back passing school. That means the majority of the time we've always been a dual threat quarterback school. So if you're a dual threat quarterback school, just like in the case of Adrian Martinez, why was he so successful going to K-State? Was he a pick machine when he went to K-State? Why got y'all quiet?
Better coaching.
I mean, he wasn't a pick machine. They put him in the back. I mean, you can say that, absolutely. But what I'm simply saying is you got to know your personnel. Jeff Sims is not a 5-wide drop back passer, especially if you don't got those dudes out there that can make a play on the ball. Not gonna happen. And if you don't get your tight ends involved, whether that you having them spot up or you're going to be in a world of hurt, man. Because the tight ends were non-existent against Minnesota. And you tell me that the tight ends can be non-existent against Colorado, I'm telling you, we're going to be in trouble. You got to get your tight ends involved. You got to get your running backs involved. And I'd like to see Gabe Irvin have at least 20 carries. Gabe Irvin. Nobody else. Where's the screen game? Is the screen game Stone Age too, Terrell?
It depends how you run it.
What about the draw? Is that Stone Age?
Well, was that Colorado I seen that ran the screen and he outran his blockers, then caught back up with him and then got a touchdown? So, I mean, the screen game is alive and walking and talking.
Hey, man, we better be looking at Colorado saying what we can. Most of the times, the offense that you see every day is the offense that can beat you. Let's just emulate them and get after it and get a couple stops and some picks, and we might be successful. It's the Captain Show. We'll be right back.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, listen up. Select Plumbing gets it right the first time on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. Plus, they're hiring service plumbers. If you're in Lincoln, Waverly area, contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
Experience the Landmark difference with the next level of dealer support. Landmark, your local John Deere dealer, continually works to have parts on hand the first time you walk in the door. Our internal route system means we can get the parts to you typically same or next day to keep you up and running. At Landmark, we understand time is money. Get more uptime with our after-hours parts and service support on the phone or in the field. Our sales, precision ag, parts, and service teams are ready to serve you this planting season. Stop by your local Landmark today to experience the Landmark difference.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our how you want. And we build it. It's sandwich history is written by the Vic and writing of sandwich or pickup or delivery on the app.
Junior Achievement of Lincoln inspires and prepares young people for success. Learn more about the people involved in the organization and the success stories over the years each Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. for the Junior Achievement Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
When you think of places with tons of great beer selections and amazing food menu in Omaha, the conversation should start and end with Bearschen Beer Garden in Benson. With more than 30 beers on tap, including several German options, you're sure to find something you like. And don't forget their Nashville hot chicken sandwich or any of their delicious hamburgers. Start off with the warm house-made pretzels and you're on to a great day at Bearschen Beer Garden in the heart of Benson in Omaha.
Summer is winding down, but there's no reason to put your golf clubs away. Double Eagle Golf makes golf leagues and events possible year-round. Sign up today for 9-hole leagues this fall, any day from Monday to Friday, starting up September 25th. Check out their deals on monthly memberships and schedule your Husker watch parties, birthday or bachelor parties, corporate and team outings, or just a good old Saturday with the boys. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street. Call today at 402-742-0140.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Hey, it's Sean Callahan, and football season is here, and there is one place that has all the games, plus great food and beer specials. Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill. Whether it's Thursday night football, college football Saturdays, NFL Sundays, or Monday night football, there's a great view of the game from any seat with different food and drink specials every night. Try the Blue Ribbon Reuben sandwich or the Prime Rib French dip or any of their famous chicken wings. That's Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
Tune in to the Teammates Mentoring Hour each Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket. Hear stories from the program started by Tom and Nancy Osborne and how it's changed mentors and mentees' lives and how you can be involved. The Teammates Mentoring Hour, Wednesday nights from 6 to 7 o'clock on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
On the block with Strick and Austin.
Do we need to rename him Jedi McCarthy?
Oh, yeah, that would be funny. Yeah, he kind of looks like Luke Skywalker.
Is Jim Harbaugh his Yoda or his Obi-Wan?
Probably Obi-Wan.
JJ McCarthy, find your Yoda. That's what you have to do to have a successful season and be a first-round quarterback next year.
Weekdays from 2 to 4 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is 93.7 The Ticket.
Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
Three-time national champion Vershawn Jackson.
Touchdown. Vershawn Jackson, number 34, gets the touchdown. Terrell Farley, defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror. Number 43.
And Jake Bakovic.
I've talked to a few cats. They said that Bach got some game, man.
Coming at you live from the Coppel Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer. Here he is, Vershawn Jackson.
Yeah.
Just real quick. It says, good luck covering the receivers if you rush 6 or 7. Best plan is to keep the game in front of you. Slow the game down. Make sure you run more plays and hope that buff's undersized O-line can be worn down. Bringing 6 or 7 man pressure is a recipe for disaster. Sitting back on your heels is a recipe for disaster. I didn't say bring 7, but if they are in a 5-man offensive line front, with Shador Sanders back there, I would bring 6 every single time.
Good rollout quarterback though,
Bro, you gotta play your lanes. You gotta play disciplined football. The defensive ends have got to get up the field. You know that. Play the run on your way to the quarterback. A great defensive coordinator said that.
It sounds good when you say it, but can we do it? That's the question. I mean,
well, we don't know. We're going to find out at 10 o'clock Saturday morning.
Yep, sure. Hey, look, let's play this, Bach. Did you hear this?
Sold out stadium, sold at home against. I watched Nebraska against Minnesota. Nebraska's sorry, man. Nebraska's slow. They're sorry. They're not going to be able to keep up. This is, as far as the Big Ten goes, the matchup. Ohio State with all that speed against Nebraska. Think that for Colorado. Yeah.
Play that one more time. Let me hear that again.
Sold out stadium, sold at home against. I watched Nebraska against Minnesota. Nebraska's sorry, man. Nebraska's slow. They're sorry. You can't keep up. They're not going to be able to keep up. This is, as far as the Big Ten goes, the matchup. Ohio State, with all that speed playing against Nebraska, think that for Colorado. Yeah.
He said Ohio State what?
With all that speed.
He's basically saying it's going to be like a Nebraska-Ohio State game where Ohio State generally just, outshadows Nebraska or many teams in the Big Ten with their speed. Just, you can tell it's a mismatch right away.
Listen.
The Calablaska guy.
He's got a point on one end, but again, if you go in and you play a game that you don't want to play, it is going to be a track meet. But if you go in and since we so slow the game down and run the ball behind those big boys. Let them big boys eat for once. Don't have them playing pass pro. Have them playing, I'm coming to get you, sucker. Listen, this is the biggest rivalry game that, any of these guys have ever been in. And if they don't match the intensity that they're going to feel from Colorado, it is going to be a bloodbath. We got one way to win this game. It's going to have to be ugly. We're going to have to get turnovers, and we're going to have to hit Shador. We can't afford to not get the ball in the end zone when we're on the goal line. We can't afford to throw 3 interceptions. You throw 3 interceptions against Colorado, game over. You won't have an opportunity like you had against Minnesota to still win the game after turning the ball over 4 times. You still got a chance to win the game, or 3. That won't happen against Colorado. So know your enemy. Those fans that they're going to see up in Colorado, you can't compare those Gopher fans to Colorado fans. Especially now that they're energized. Deion's got the whole fan base energized. Let me ask you guys this question. How much money has Deion Sanders brought into Colorado economy? Athletic department.
He brought $28 million to the NIL. The NIL.
They said Deion Sanders has all of their marketing stuff is up 800%. They said he has brought in well over $100 million. So that in itself says, Deion, do whatever you want to do. You better be ready for Deion because he is as cocky as ever. And I just can't believe that they're going to show us any type of respect. I can't believe it. And so you better know what you're doing when you go up there. It's not going to be no brother-in-law. They're not going to help you up. You got fans that might spit on you. You got fans going to talk about your mama, your daddy. You got fans up there that's going to know all the little dirty secrets, and they're going to talk shit to Bobs.
Hey.
Sorry. They're going to talk manure.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, dude, this is not Minnesota. And like I said, I don't think any coach on our coaching staff, except for Coach Brown, except for Trev Alberts, I hope that they go talk to the team and let them know that this ain't no normal game.
Now here's a big question coming out of the weekend, because it wasn't just the success that Colorado had against TCU. GJ Kinney also with Texas State beat Baylor, and he brought in 45 transfers. Colorado brought in 53. With Matt Rule, of course, this is all the slow build. Year 3 will be great. College football looks like it's changing. It might not be great for the players as far as there's a lot of player mobility, and that's of this new era. People say it's great for the players. With the success that both those teams had in week 1, and we'll see if it plays through and they continue. But with the success that those teams had in week 1, it's not going to be great for new coaches coming in. There's no longer to be this. All right, we'll wait till year 3, get your own players, and then we can grade you. And then it's not going to be great for the players, because if people are having success just coming in somewhere and saying, cut those guys, we'll build in the transfer portal, it's interesting. And that's where you kind of have to ask yourself with Matt Rule. If Rule loses in Colorado wins by a pretty good amount, and that 1-11 team all of a sudden is top 25 and moving all over the place, and Nebraska is still sitting back saying, well, we don't have this, we don't have that, wait till year 3 when we get all the, you kind of got to question. I mean, I think a slow build sometimes could be something that is more sustainable, something that is built correctly. But that's the old thought. That's why I was doubting Colorado this whole time. Maybe that's a past way of thinking. That happens all the time in sports. People said you could never win with a jump shooting team. Golden State threw that out the window in the NBA. I mean, these long thought things can change overnight. And Saturday was definitely one of those things, again, with both those teams that went heavy transfer portal. 2 of the top transfer portal teams as far as numbers in FBS come in, and not just the upset for Colorado and TCU, but again, Texas State of all people beating Baylor.
Well, we just go ahead, bro.
I think that's the new trend in college football right now. I think, build through the portal. Deion built this roster he got from scratch. So, probably new coaches come in, they don't want anybody there like Deion did. And you start from the bottom and you work your way up. You get players that you need right away instead of trying to develop them. So you go to the portal, get you 40, 50 of them out. And I just see that's how college football is. There's no more time for developing players unless you're on Ohio State. That's really ready to compete every year. But if you can't compete every year, you're probably going to hit the portal every year, every other year, or, and take a good amount of players from the portal to help your team. Because I don't think coaches are trying to waste their time developing them unless you're the top teams. Because the bottom teams, you're really going to stay the same unless you don't do something real quick in a hurry.
Well, the thing that we did last year that we didn't do this year is we got guys out in the portal that actually played and started. We didn't do that this year per se. You got a couple guys, but not per se, not a lot at all. Not like at other schools. Now, if just because they got 54 out of the portal this year, next year they're not going to go get 54 more guys. They're going to build off what they got. They probably do less than half of that next year. So you get the portal to get you started, not to sustain you. It's to get you started. And so if you go into the portal and you get guys because if you go into the portal and you get these transfer guys, you're paying them some type of NIL deal to get them to come. Give me 4 portal guys that we got out of the portal that start.
Chief Borders.
Billy Kemp. Are we talking about this year?
This year.
Jeff Sims, obviously.
Chief Borders.
Ben Scott.
Ben Scott, yeah.
Yeah.
Who else?
The rest of them have been here in the system for 2 years.
No. You got some other guys that we went in the portal and got. All I'm simply saying is this. If you're going to go in the portal, you better go in there and get a player that can help you immediately. Not a guy that was a second or third string guy on Georgia's football team. And because they were champions, no, that ain't who you want. You want starters. We gave up Casey Thompson. He was our starter. He goes to another school and he's still having success. Jaquez Yant goes to a whole different school. They play Jackson State. He runs for 72 yards on 11 carries and a touchdown. It helps them win that game in Miami Stadium. If we're going to go in the portal, you better go get some studs. Don't go into the portal and get guys that you have to develop from the ground up. They should already be at like P in the letter scheme. They shouldn't be at like C, where you got to teach them how to tackle. You got to teach them how to hold on to the ball. That ain't who we want. Or we are hoping a prayer, hoping that this guy plays. I get it, but man, I'm not gonna hang my hat on something that's a hopeful. Ben Scott, great pickup because he helped us shore up the line. But I think like when you start getting into why the transfer portal works and why it doesn't work, if I'm a coach, I'm going to get the guys that I trust, that believe in me, and they think the way I think. And if any of my guys in the locker room think anything contrary to the last regime, you're out. You know why? When a lion takes over a pride, what happens? You guys,
out the last...
huh?
So you got to take out the last guy?
No, not only do you take it, the last guy's he's taking out it, but the puppies from the last guy are killed immediately. Now, I'm only telling you that because that's the animal kingdom. There's a new king in the jungle. And if you're going to play this game that's called football and make millions of dollars coaching it, you better be getting them. You better be getting them dudes that can secure your job.
Well, we said this last year. Okay? We said this when they went to the portal. We said we got some guys, but none of them have started a game. Special team players, none of them have started. You know, and we said this way back in January, December. Same thing about, just going to get some guys that played on winning teams.
I mean, it's gonna be tough, but like I said before, I think if you find a way to run the ball, if you find a way to put the fullback in the game and run right at Colorado, they're small. You said it, Terrell. They're small up front. The best thing to do against the small. If I'm coaching against Terrell Farley, and I know Terrell Farley is out there, do you actually think I'm running away from Terrell Farley? There's no way I would run away from Terrell Farley. He's going to run it down from behind. He's a gazelle with a lion's mouth. No, I'm going to go right at Terrell Farley. I'm going to put my tight end and my tackle, and I'm going to tell them, combo up to Terrell Farley, and I want him on the ground.
I'm going to run a 52 bubble.
Whatever. We coming to get you.
We can fix that.
I'm just saying the best offense is to go where the defense is weak at. And that Colorado defense just gave up 280 something yards on the ground to a TCU team that really didn't even want to run the ball. Because TCU could have ran the ball and beat them. Start the break, box.
All right. All right. This is the ticket 93.7. We'll be back.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Allo is turning 20 this year, and we plan to celebrate all year long. Since 2003, Allo has vowed to put customers first and deliver a drastically different experience. No matter where you live, work, or play, we believe you deserve an affordable, secure, and reliable connection. We're proud to have served our businesses and residents with seriously fast fiber optic service for 2 decades. Thank you for trusting Allo as your local internet, phone, and TV provider. Follow us on social media to know about the 20th anniversary celebrations in all our Allo communities.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
Hey, it's Sean Callahan, and football season is here, and there is one place that has all the games, plus great food and beer specials. Tanner's Bar and Grill, 30th and Yankee Hill. Whether it's Thursday night football, college football Saturdays, NFL Sundays, or Monday night football, there's a great view of the game from any seat with different food and drink specials every night. Try the Blue Ribbon Reuben sandwich or the Prime Rib French dip or any of their famous chicken wings. That's Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill. Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and Bob just wanted to say thank you for a record-setting July here at Koppel. The summer sales event continues in August, and the incentives are crazy good. Check this out. We got 0.9% financing along with a $2,500 trade-in rebate on select new models. You heard right. 0.9% financing has been extended along with a trade-in rebate. Also, our GM-certified used inventory is filling up fast, so make that money-saving drive to Koppel. It's just south of the interstate, or shop online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with roof credit.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top-shelf liquor to crowd-favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
What would you tell a friend who was on the fence about going to Limitless Mail?
I would tell them to go to Limitless today. Don't hesitate. You're going to second guess yourself on if it's the right decision. The staff there is amazing. The treatments work. I'm living proof that it can completely change your life for the better.
Join thousands of men who have changed their lives with testosterone treatment. Slow down the aging process and live life. Schedule your free consult at limitlessmail.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see lots of sunshine and breezy conditions. Temperatures a little cooler today. We'll see the high of around 89. Tonight, mainly clear skies and breezy, low of around 59. And tomorrow, more sunshine with some areas of smoky and hazy. Cool temperatures too, with a high of around 82. Meteorologist Kyle Buck for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Get ready for an unforgettable night at Ignite Lincoln 15. On September 14th, Rococo Theater will come alive with captivating stories from diverse voices that inspire change and spark connection. You'll hear from 12 passionate speakers, including our 5 nonprofit finalists, who are making a real impact. Be part of this remarkable event that celebrates the power of storytelling. Secure your spot now by purchasing tickets at ignitelincoln.org and join us in creating a brighter future together. Don't miss your chance to experience Ignite Lincoln 15, a night of inspiration, community, and possibility.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
If you want all the latest technologies from those big banks, but you also want that hometown feel when you walk in the front doors, choose Midwest Bank. They have top-notch technology. They make banking so easy, and they also have the friendliest staff who will take their time to get to know you and treat you like family. You get the best of both worlds when you choose Midwest Bank. I live on the go, and now I can bank on the go. With Midwest Bank, I have everything I need at my fingertips. I'm volleyball player Allie Batenhorst, and at Midwest Bank, you'll love banking here.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran, for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show, sponsored by Tanner's Bar and Grill, Vinny Creecat, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to the Ticket 93.7. I am the black shirt Terrell Farley, and I'm with Bart, and the captain is not in the captain's chair. So, here we go. My question is, Bart, you ready?
Yep.
What is the biggest mistake that Nebraska did in the offseason? Text line. Hit me up at 402-464-5685. Tell me the biggest mistake Nebraska failed in the offseason when it comes to this football team.
Well, I mean, I do think it, when they had Walter Rouse, that was nice for a few days, and it looks like they'll need that, need some help from there for the pass protection. But, you gotta look at the quarterback. I mean, I think a lot of people are saying it after the game. Probably would have won that game with Casey Thompson. Maybe would have won that game with Logan Smothers. And so, I mean, but it was the same old mistakes that we've seen pop up for Nebraska. And get in the way of winning. And I think down the line, if that happens again against Colorado, if you lose a close game, you wonder if it starts to kind of get into the kids' minds again of, where it was with Frost, where it's like, we just can't win these close games. But to answer your question, I mean, I think you feel a lot better about this season if Casey Thompson was an option there. Now, there'd be a different offense. You'd have to adjust your offense a bit. But,
even though this is game one, people fail to realize that you get what you get. We all knew I knew what we was getting in Jeff Sims. Probably the fans didn't know because they were just basing it off a running part of the offense. Now, Jeff Sims has always been a turnover machine. 26 interceptions and 26 starts now. But you let him go for a quarterback, I think, that was established in this program. Didn't have the best numbers, but was injured because of our offensive line play, not how he played. He didn't get himself hurt. I think the second mistake is not going and getting you a true number one receiver. That proves it. I don't think Billy Kemp was never an option to be number one. I think he's a good possession receiver. That's why he probably put up 50, 60 catches a year. None of them over 1,000 yards because you're catching the short slant.
Yeah.
I think one of the mistakes is not getting established starters out the portal for defense wise. Not going to get them true linebackers or big stud defensive linemen that we need. DBs are okay. I still think the DBs are okay. They're gonna have their hands full this week.
I thought Singleton and Brown looked pretty good for their first safety, kind of as a combination first game.
Yeah, but this time one of them gonna have to cover. One of these guys gonna have to cover. Probably the free. You're strong. Gonna have to sit back there and lay the wood. Linebackers really gonna have to be on their P's and Q's because this is a team that you don't want that running back to leak out on you.
Yeah.
And that's the thing I said about Casey. Casey was a posed quarterback. He sat back there, and Casey was a smart guy too. Not saying that Jeff Sims not smart, but I feel like we gave up 4 to 5 wins with Casey. I'm just saying with him coming back, even 6 wins, we win with Casey. We win the Minnesota game with Casey, I think, just with his precise throwing. I think Casey would have probably ran a little bit more this year if he had to because now he knows what he went through with his offensive line. We didn't give him a chance. We didn't beg to differ for this guy. We didn't, there's a lot of things we could have did to just make sure Casey was here. I think Jeff Sims could use a year of, sitting behind Casey, because Casey's a football smart guy.
Yeah, again, I think they'd have to change the offense. I mean, obviously, you wouldn't want him taking all those hits. And so, what Jeff Sims did provide for Nebraska was 91 yards in the ground. I don't want us to overlook that. So, I mean, the game flow would have been a little bit different. The offense, obviously, altogether would be a little bit different. But I don't think it's, look at, some of the guys that they're recruiting or in on at times. It's not all just dual threat quarterbacks. So, the best we always talk about, and I like a dual threat quarterback, but part of that dual threat is you got to be able to pass, to sling the rock, to pass. But the other part of that too is, I think that you're going to have to adjust with the type of quarterback you have, and you have to have offenses that can do so. So it can't just be, oh, well, Casey wouldn't fit into this offense. Well, you kind of mold it around him. You make it work a little bit for him if they were to bring him back. Obviously, we're not able to do so, but as I see the captain's coming in here. Yeah, I mean, that game might have looked a little bit different, but I do want to say this too, because I think this is a big part of it, because Jeff Sims does bring that element. If you go back and break down the game, he did have 91 yards rushing, but he had 81 in the first half. Now, part of this is because of sacks. So if you take the sacks out of it, he had 36 yards in the second half. But if you include those sacks, he had 10 yards rushing in the second half. And taking out those sacks, he had 9 yards per carry in the first half, 5 yards per carry in the second half. My point being, Minnesota didn't know what to expect from that offense. Once they kind of figured it out and figured out that Jeff Sims was a big part of it, they were able to slow it down a little bit more. Nebraska did score, obviously, in the second half with that touchdown. A lot of it set up by that big kick return. But nevertheless, what I'm saying is Colorado now has scouted Nebraska and going to be able to know that this offense is completely going to be predicated on how much they can get Jeff Sims going in the ground game. So, that's just something to keep in mind as we go from week 1 to week 2. It happened from first half to second half, and it'll happen again. You can start to scout, self-scout and then scout the other team a little bit more. Minnesota did that by the second half, and Colorado is going to be ready for a Jeff Sims ground attack.
Yeah, but my thing is that every time Jeff Sims went back, three interceptions. Is it because he telegraphed it most of his passes? I mean, do the coach not correct you at practice not to telegraph your practice? Look off, throw it to the other man. That's my thing. And every interception he took, he looked the whole guy right in there the whole time. 10-yard drop, like 3-4 yard drop. He looked at that receiver all the way. The whole 3 interceptions. So it has to do a lot with coaching too. Now Casey doesn't really make mistakes like that. He did have a couple of games where he threw 3 interceptions, but I just think that probably was one of our biggest mistakes in the offseason.
Letting Casey go.
Yeah.
Well, I think we let a lot of talent out the room. I mean, I get it, but Farmer's a talent. Now we don't know what would happen, but that he's talented, right?
Now Marcus Washington was suspended for the first half of this game, which we didn't know until after the game that he was suspended for the first half.
Alante Brown, another guy that's talented that got it. I mean, there's so many guys that you can look at. You got to wonder about Betts. What happened there? I mean, when you start to get the guys that can let's just talk about the guys that got to help us now. Malachi Coleman, Barry Miles Jr., Jalen Lloyd. Those guys, they're going to have to throw those guys out in the fire and hope that one of those guys will be electrifying for you. That's all you can do.
What happened to the guy from Baylor?
I didn't see much of Fleeks out there.
Fleeks didn't get a tick, did he? Did he play?
I didn't see him out there much. I don't know if he played at all.
That's what I'm saying. I like Fleeks. I thought Fleeks got the best jiggle. He's bigger than Billy Camp.
And they did run some of the freshmen out there, I noticed. So I have to go back and look at and see if he did get in the game, but obviously it wasn't noticeable.
Here's what I'm gonna say: if you're a Lawrence Phillips type, or some of these guys that played as true freshmen, right, and you were going into Colorado, if you ain't got your chin strap button. And you ain't got that real set of kahunas where you don't give a what, you probably shouldn't be out there playing because you might get your career ruined. I'm telling you, that's how intense this game is going to be.
Last person I seen do it, Amon Green, first carry in Colorado. Take it to the house.
I mean, but that's shutting them up. And we had. You got to think, 95, it was a battle. 96, it was a battle. 97, it was a battle. I mean, every year we play Colorado, it was not a gimme game. Go look at the scores. Look at the scores of the history of Colorado. By the way, when was the last time we beat Colorado?
2010, probably.
That's exactly right, Bach. Good job. Who's the coach, Terrell?
Callahan.
Nah.
Both Pelini.
Yeah, both Pelini. So if that was the last time we beat Colorado, the last 2 times out, been close games. I think overtime we lost, and we lost by 3 last second or something like that. Here's what I'm telling you. Those coaches are not there anymore. You got a coach in Deion Sanders, if you listen to his press conference, that feels like he's got stuff to prove. He's got things to prove. And I'm telling you, he would like none other. Well, let me ask this question, Bob. You in the know? Did we interview Deion Sanders for our vacancy?
I don't believe so.
Really?
Did Matt Rule take a jab at Deion? Is Deion going to hold that against him? Is Deion going to run the score up because of a little jab that a coach take at him? Hey, we don't know.
What jab did Matt Rule take at Deion? Help me.
What was that, Bob?
Well, I think the media was kind of going through it. He was just kind of saying they weren't going to bring like cameras around and like like Colorado Spurs. I mean, I don't think he really took a jab at him. And Matt Rule's been nothing but complimentary of Deion Sanders when asked directly about him. So I don't think that necessarily will play into it. But we have heard that Deion is keeping right out of the locker room and all that, embracing that hate and trying to get him fired up for this game. Obviously, now that they've beaten TCU and that the eyes of the world are on him, he's kind of got a different challenge this week than probably what maybe was, going into the week that he might have thought. But obviously, he thought, like he said, he thought they were going to beat TCU. So I'm not going to, put thoughts into his mind. So maybe he was kind of prepared for this, where there's going to be a media circus and just all this interest in this big noon game. And so I don't think there's any bad blood between the two, though.
If you don't shake Deion's hand right, he get a little cocky now.
He doesn't like that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You know what? Me personally, there would be bad blood. Screw Deion. That's how I'm going into it. I would be furious. I would not be. This is me now, okay? And maybe I'm speaking as a player and not a coach. But I am speaking as a coach because I'm 48. And if we're going to play Colorado, I'm saying, guys, somebody slap all of y'all's mama at the same time. Deion did it. And I'm going to paint a picture of Deion and those guys over there that's so horrible that my guys have nothing but hate coming out of their ears. That's the only how you're going to win. You will not beat Colorado being Mr. Nice Guy. I promise you. Because they don't care about us. And if you think that Deion is going to let off the gas, you're sadly mistaken. This game has been on their calendar since he's taken the job.
So you wouldn't help a player up?
No.
Sportsmanship, VJ. It's in the game.
Right, man. There's nothing in the sportsmanship. There's nothing in the sportsmanship book. There's nothing in the sportsmanship book that says I'm supposed to help my opponent up.
You're right, but at the same time, it's called reflexes for me. Hey, I may hate you during the game, but I'm not gonna hate you enough not that I won't help you up and pat you on the butt or say, hey, good one. This is a game of,
That's because you were one of the nice guys on the black shirts. You were a nice guy on the black shirt. Everybody didn't do that when they were black shirt. Everybody didn't pick somebody up. Yeah, they might have had a little sympathy on some people, but bro, I was on offense, and if I just put you on your back, you think I'm about to pick you up? I ain't picking you up. I'm waiting to the next play so I can put you on your back again.
And every time you put him on his back, he say, "God bless you." What you gonna say then?
I ain't doing, man. Listen, bro. God ain't got nothing to do with this. God didn't make you play football. You decided that was a choice. So don't be trying to bring no outside entities into this. You know what whooping that you're gonna receive. If I hit you in the mouth once, I'm not helping you up. Nebraska can't respect these guys. They can't do it. They not us. They didn't go and win 60 games. They can't go and respect nobody that they ain't got. Nobody is giving them an opportunity even to beat them. You cannot give them respect, and if you show them any kind of signs of weakness, I know Deion and his mentality. He is gonna, if you show sign of weakness, he is gonna exploit it.
Helping a guy up is not showing a sign of weakness.
Oh, absolutely. If the guy just trucked you and you help him up, that's a problem.
Man. You know what's showing a sign of weakness? Tell me what you did in the game before, VJ, and I'll be back.
What are you talking about? Don't be trying to throw me under the bus. There's a reason why. Hey, listen, I was the black shirt on offense when I was on offense. I was the guy that was hitting people on the offensive side of the ball the way y'all hit people on the defensive side of the ball. And whether you know it or not, there was a reason why me and you had a brother-in-law deal. It was because Rashawn Jackson at practice took no prisoners at practice. And I wasn't helping you up at practice. So I ain't going to help you up at the game. Holla at your boy, dog. We'll be right back.
Never knocked me down at practice.
Walking down the avenue, crazy. From Hollywood to Southland, crazy.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, listen up. Select Plumbing. Get it right the first time on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. Plus, they're hiring service plumbers. If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Hey, it's Sean Callahan, and football season is here, and there is one place that has all the games, plus great food and beer specials. Tanner's Bar and Grill, 30th and Yankee Hill. Whether it's Thursday night football, college football Saturdays, NFL Sundays, or Monday night football, there's a great view of the game from any seat with different food and drink specials every night. Try the Blue Ribbon Reuben sandwich or the Prime Rib French dip or any of their famous chicken wings. That's Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill.
Summer is winding down, but there's no reason to put your golf clubs away. Double Eagle Golf makes golf leagues and events possible year-round. Sign up today for 9-hole leagues this fall, any day from Monday to Friday, starting on September 25th. Check out their deals on monthly memberships and schedule your Husker watch parties, birthday or bachelor parties, corporate and team outings, or just a good old Saturday with the boys. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street. Call today at 402-742-0140. Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
What would you tell a friend who was on the fence about going to Limitless Mail?
I would tell them to go to Limitless today. Don't hesitate. You're going to second guess yourself on if it's the right decision. The staff there is amazing. The treatments work. I'm living proof it can completely change your life for the better.
Join thousands of men who have changed their lives with testosterone treatment. Slow down the aging process and live life. Schedule your free consult at limitlessmail.com.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard, increase security, and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Nutrition Authority invites you to save 35 to 75% off at our back-to-school blowout. We're taking our better-than-internet prices and cutting them even deeper, bringing you the biggest sale of the season. Monday, August 14th through 19th, the back-to-school blowout is on at Nutrition Authority. For location information, check us out at mynutritionauthority.com.
Get ready for an unforgettable night at Ignite Lincoln 15. On September 14th, Rococo Theater will come alive with captivating stories from diverse voices that inspire change and spark connection. You'll hear from 12 passionate speakers, including our 5 nonprofit finalists, who are making a real impact. Be part of this remarkable event that celebrates the power of storytelling. Secure your spot now by purchasing tickets at ignitelincoln.org and join us in creating a brighter future together. Don't miss your chance to experience Ignite Lincoln 15, a night of inspiration, community, and possibility.
Tune in to the Teammates Mentoring Hour each Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket. Hear stories from the program started by Tom and Nancy Osborne and how it's changed mentors and mentees' lives and how you can be involved. The Teammates Mentoring Hour, Wednesday nights from 6 to 7 o'clock on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today will see lots of sunshine and breezy conditions. Temperatures a little cooler today. We'll see high of around 89. Tonight, mainly clear skies and breezy. Low of around 59. And tomorrow, more sunshine with some areas of smoky and haze. Cool temperatures too, with a high of around 82. Meteorologist Kyle Buck for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back with Vershawn Jackson. Powered by Bauer on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
No, guys, you got a lot of stuff out there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to it, but 0015 says, I believe Rule took a direct jab at Prime saying, we don't have celebrity coaches here at Nebraska. Prime keeps receipts, possible bulletin board material. Hey, Terrell, guess what I found?
What you found? What dust pile did you find that from? Let me see what you got.
It's a practice schedule from August 15th, 1996.
August 15th, one day before my 21st birthday.
There you go.
And let me just tell you how this thing, I don't even go tell you. We'll tell you next time because we ain't got a lot of time this time.
Read it off.
Anyway, I also found the stat game for the receivers as far as perimeter blocking. Meaning, point of attack. This is how many times you did it in the game. Point of attack, Carpenter had 31, Sheldon Jackson had 20, Vershawn had 14. Knockdowns, Carpenter had 17, Sheldon Jackson 13, I had 9. Extra effort.
Last, huh?
Late, they played more than me at that point.
No, I'm just saying.
I was a receiver of the game.
You're gonna come last in these betting games, so now you're last again. So go ahead.
I didn't. Lake, Cheatham, Weeding, Vedra, Holbein, Brown, all got good stuff for extra effort. I got 2. They got like 12. Stones. That means you just straight stone a guy up top. That's I got 1 of those. Vedra's got 2. Carp's got 2. And then I believe those were, I can't remember exactly what they're called, but it's kind of off the page. So game totals. Tight end, Carpenter had 56. Sheldon had 38. I had 29. Ved led everybody with 26, and then Holbein for their split ends. I'm only telling you all that to say, I know that stuff is Stone Age stuff, but I really and truly think it'll still work in today's game. Some of it will still work. It just will. Why are we afraid to use it is beyond me. Why we're still in 5 wides when I could have swore we had a picture of Gabe Irvin looking like the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
I could have swore that you said Ramir Johnson was a guy that can be like Slash. I could have swore that Grant just last year ran for almost 900 yards plus almost 1,000. So it's really no excuse. I could have swore we said something about using a fullback. We got a fullback number 34. Where's my number? Out of the transfer portal. I like him. Give him the ball in a time or two. You got your other guy, Bonner. Bonner's a great runner, but mix it up. We got to do something different in order to get different results. You line up in 5 wides. We've been seeing 5 and 4 wides on the goal line around here for 10 years. It's not pretty. Line up in a power set, in a tight set, and get your tight ends, get them actually involved in the pass game by running some type of play action pass with them. Put the option game in. I thought we'll see a little bit of that. We saw a couple. Should have been more. But anyway, I'll let you go.
Yeah, I mean, Nebraska did run the ball. I think I don't have the totals in front of you, but they only passed the ball 19 times. I think they ran 30-something. So, I mean, they were, it was kind of the Big Ten West offense approach or kind of what they were talking about grinding it out. I think you still do have to, go 3 or 4 wide, 4 wide at some point. Maybe not necessarily for goal line like you're talking about, but just to mix it up. But they need to do some of these quick passes. We talked about screens. Maybe get Jeff Sims in a bit of a rhythm early, but they didn't do a lot of kind of the underneath stuff. It was kind of a lot of these long developing routes with wide receivers that weren't get open. When they did, Jeff Sims was staring down somebody else. They just have such a long way to go with that pass offense. And we talked all day about what Nebraska needs to do defensively to stop Colorado's offense. Because I think it's pretty obvious what Nebraska needs to do on offense, which is ball control, eat up a lot of that clock. I mean, Nebraska, I think, had 1 possession in the first quarter against Minnesota. Colorado's not, Colorado's going to want to be running 100 plays a game. Nebraska's, going to be want to run around 60. So pace of play is going to be big time here. And then we all talk about beating Colorado. If it's close, I'm still worried because Nebraska is just finding ways to lose these games, and you hope that was maybe a Frost thing, not a Nebraska thing. But as you saw the stats out there, I'm sure you've seen them all week. 26 one-score losses in the last 5 seasons, 16 second half blown leads now in the last 5 seasons, plus this 1 game here. It's kind of torture. They gotta find a way to win, to get across that finish line, even if they're and they have their chances, but always finding a way to blow it.
Yeah, I agree with you, Bob. I think we need more of 12, 13 play drives that, really sit this Colorado offense down, because you don't want to have a six play drive score, because Colorado can score in 2-3 plays. You don't want to get into a shootout. You want to get Travis Hunter on defense, and you want to, get guards, get tackles pulling on him, get receivers knocking him down, knocking his legs out, because, the more he can't do on offense is better for us. You know what I'm saying, Bob? So we need offensive linemen like the veterans who used to punish DBs and stuff like that. We need some receivers to go out there and, make them earn it, make them just wear them out. So he can't do 110 plays. This guy did 110 plays in 105-degree weather. And he's just a sophomore.
Yeah, and that offense did 81 plays. Somebody on the text line said something about hopefully we can tire him out and blah, 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 blah. I don't think tired is going to be the problem. I think we're going to have to hit these guys in the mouth. They're going to be in shape. Don't be looking for none of those scapegoats. You're going to have to hit them in the mouth like a heavyweight championship. I got to get this one. Web Blanket says this. Correction. NU's problem isn't attitude. It is an effort. It's talent. NU is trying to be Power 5 football teams without a single player will be in opening day NFL 53-man roster next season. I ask you, whose fault is that? Don't we got the most money? Aren't we top 5 most money in NIL?
That's what we hear.
Whose fault is that, Wet Blanket? And so he also goes, he says, VJ, these running backs aren't great. I get that part, but you got to give them a chance. The O-line is not great. I get that part too, but you still got to give them a chance. Tight ends are not great. I get that part 3, but you got to give them a chance. If not, you're not going to win. NU's problem is not philosophy. Yes, it is. Or okay calling. It's talent and more accurately a lack thereof. This is the same thing Scott Frost said in 2017. The same thing he said. Verbatim. We don't have any talent. And in 5 years, he ran 54 players off. And where did the talent go? Didn't he get paid big millions of dollars to go find the talent? But he didn't do it. So whose fault is that? That in 4 years, Scott Frost didn't find talent that could help the football team win games. We went out and got whoever we wanted to get. We decided to go get Jeff Sims and let Casey Thompson go, which to me I thought was a bad idea because I thought you could get away with keeping both of those guys if you keep them healthy. You start Casey, and 9 times out of 10, Casey wasn't going to make it the end of the season anyway. But that gives him a chance to learn from somebody that's smarter than him when it comes to reading defenses. But we decided to let Casey go.
Yeah, you keep Casey. You get Sims in for some Wildcat plays, and you take the season by storm.
Let's pause quick for station ID.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Oh yeah, yeah, Corey Lincoln. We got big money, buddy. You might want to take a look at that. We got big money in NIL, but and maybe we ain't top 10. All I'm simply saying is we got some money. And you know that because we know what Casey Thompson got last year. We also know what what's the other kid's name that didn't do too much? O'Shawn Mathis. Did he make an NFL team?
He is on a 53-man roster, yeah, out with the Rams.
Ooh, he made it.
He did.
Spotted Cow said, "It's Frost. This year, one for rule. Casey and Mickey are gone. It's 2023. Let's go." Spotted Cow, at some point after the game in Colorado, I want you to come on the show. That's all I know. Because I like the way you think, but I think you'd be better if we heard what you got to say. 3201 says, let Gabe Irvin run over Travis Hunter a few times and see if he wants to play still. I'm telling you, that's the way you do it. Terrell Farley doesn't gonna like getting ran over.
That's the point. Never been ran over.
Yes, you have.
Never.
Yeah, you did too in practice.
Never.
Thunder Dan ran you over.
Never.
Yeah, he did.
Where you get that
Thunder
from?
Dan Alexander.
Where you get that from? Where you get that live from?
Hey, did you forget? Let me show you what I got real quick since you talking. Where do I want to go with this? I was trying to find something for you that you would have been on, but I've got I found all of the spring games.
Mm-hmm. Don't have to worry about me on there. I'm on the sideline with a number 18 jersey shirt on.
That figures you wasn't there for your team.
Whatever.
Why wasn't you there?
I didn't play.
Why?
Well, coach said just take me a break. Take a day off, Terrell. You earn the right to take a day off.
I'm just simply saying, yeah, I get it. But if you're a head coach right now, Terrell, who you going to get? Are you going to get a backup? Are you going to get a backup at Georgia? Or are you going to go get a starter at Purdue?
Well, I'm going to get the starters. I don't, backups. I can get a backup from my own team. I want to get pure starters out the transfer portal. I want to get some guys that are instant day one starters, not, a work in progress or they have to catch up to the defense. I want pure starters. That's all I want.
Harold says, talk about living in the past. Day by day. in the battles we go through life?
Day by day, in the battles we go through life.
We ask for a chance is fair.
We ask for a chance is fair.
Chance to equal all your stripes.
Chance to equal all your stripes.
Chance to do it or dare.
Chance to do it or dare.
If we should win,
we should win.
Let it be by the code.
Be by the code.
With our faith and honor held high.
With our faith and honor held high.
If we should lose, we'll stand by the road.
We'll stand by the road.
And cheers the winner. Will you wait for me? But don't go to day by day.
Day by day.
We're getting better and better.
We're getting better and better.
A team that can't be beat.
Team that can't be beat.
Won't be beat.
Be beat. It's better when I do the prayer and I'm there. It's different.
Yeah, you cutting in and out. That's why
I said it's better when I do the prayer that. It's better when I do the prayer there, sir. Hey, he said Tripp said he don't want a coach that's bigger than the program. Really? Ain't too many coaches that can be bigger than the program. But I can tell you what, if you get beat up by Dion and them, boy, the future looks in trouble. So we got to get recruiting. We do have to get talent. You're gonna have to go out in the transfer portal though to get some guys that can help you immediately, because the guys that we have, they help, but you still got to develop those young guys. What do you got, Terrell?
When today?
Yeah,
I'm going to bet on the game.
Who you taking?
I'm throwing all my money on. I don't know yet.
Thanks a lot for that. Bach, who you taking in this game?
Right now, I mean, I'd have to lean toward Colorado.
Yeah, I'm leaning with Colorado too.
Yeah.
Till we figure it out, man.
Too many playmakers.
Go Big Red! Dang. I didn't get a Go Big Red at all.
This week we put in Nebraska, Colorado on the schedule. You have to pick.
Yeah, I'm not touching the game.
Oh man, what are you doing, man?
I'm not touching it. I don't bet on Nebraska. I can't do it. It's just something. It's something against my religion. I can't bet on Nebraska or for Nebraska. I don't bet on Nebraska. Every time I bet for Nebraska, we lost. Every time I bet against Nebraska, we won. I'm not touching it.
Trouble. Are you one of those college kids who've been betting already?
Heck no, that wasn't me, Chumley. That was your other buddy that played quarterback. Bach, what you got?
Oh, not too much. Adam Carricker, Carricker Chronicles coming up next, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, we better get out of the way for the Carricker Chronicles. We appreciate that y'all riding with us. I don't know what he's got back there. What is that?
9-1, baby. 9-1.
That's his 9-1 record from last week.
Boy, you talk about a person winning. He he just won the week and he's bragging. See, he's the type of guy. He's the type of guy that you make an example of, Bach. You make an example of him to shut him up. Hey, it's the Captain Show. Fastest 2 hours. What?
My football knowledge is superb.
Fastest 2 hours in radio is gone. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Holla at your boy, dog.
Nah. Hey. It'll never be the same. It'll never be the same. Yo.
Summer is winding down, but there's no reason to put your golf clubs away. Double Eagle Golf makes golf leagues and events possible year-round. Sign up today for 9-hole leagues this fall, any day from Monday to Friday, starting on September 25th. Check out their deals on monthly